This is the RSC newscast, and we just got breaking news that the U.S. has claimed the North Vietnamese forces are attacking American destroyers in the Gulf of Tonkin. It's involving two separate naval encounters between the U.S. and North. Tensions between North and South Vietnam are raging. The U.S. has supported the South Vietnamese government against the communists. John F. Kennedy has advised military personnel to assist South Vietnam, but direct involvement hasn't begun just yet. More news on the war. It is currently the Tet holiday, which is the Vietnamese Lunar New Year. The North Vietnamese army has launched a surprise attack on more than 100 South Vietnamese cities. The U.S. and South Vietnamese forces are repelling the attacks, but it has shocked the American public, creating anti-war outbreak. North Vietnamese forces are finally bringing the war to an end. They have captured the capital of South Vietnam, Saigon. This is resulting in the unification of Vietnam under communist rule and the evacuation of thousands of South Vietnamese allies by the U.S. The U.S. is currently working on signing the Paris Peace Accords, agreeing to withdraw American troops, while North Vietnam said they wouldn't invade the South. The U.S. is going to continue to provide aid to South Vietnam, but they have continued to weaken.
Another domestic event in the United States, the Watergate scandal. What began as a seemingly minor break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. in 1972 has now erupted into one of the biggest political scandals in the United States. Investigators have uncovered a trail leading directly to President Richard Nixon's reflection campaign, revealing illegal activities and cover-ups at the highest level of government. As secret White House recordings exposed Nixon's involvement, the pressures became unbearable. On August 8, 1974, Nixon announced his resignation, making him the first U.S. president in history to step down from office.
Watergate, I have felt it was my duty to persevere, to make every possible effort to complete the term of office to which you elected me. In the past few days, however, it has become evident to me that I no longer have a strong enough political base in the Congress to justify.
This just in, while war raged abroad, America faced its own struggles at home. One of the most tragic events of the era is the Kent State Massacre that has just happened on May 4th, 1970. Amid rising protests against the war, the National Guard troops opened fire on unarmed students at Kent State University in Ohio. This has killed 4 and injured 9 others, and the shooting has sparked nationwide outrage that has led to massive student strike that has shut down colleges across the country. This has became a symbol of government repression and a growing anti-war movement as of recent.
Meanwhile, amid war and political scandal, humanity has reached new heights, quite literally. On July 20th, 1969, the world watched in awe as Apollo 11 astronauts landed on the moon. Millions tuned in as Neil Armstrong took his first steps on the lunar surface, declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This successful mission fulfilled President John F. Kennedy's promise to land a man on the moon before the decade's end, securing a historic victory for the United States in the space race. From the jungles of Vietnam to the streets of America and even the vastness of space, the years 1963 to 1975 have been filled with war, tragedy, scandal, and triumph. Tonight, as we reflect on these defining moments, we ask, what comes next? Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Moon Area High School. My name is Francesca, and I am honored to stand before you today as a candidate for the president. I believe that our school has the potential to be even greater, but in order to make that happen, we need a leader who listens, takes action, and fights for real change, and that's exactly what I plan to do. For school spirit and engagement, we have amazing students and talented athletes, artists, and performers, but we need more ways to celebrate our school, so we'll be adding in more pep rallies and assemblies. Going with that, we have a lack of fun events. High school should be a place for both learning and memorable experiences, but we need more exciting events that truly bring our student community together. I can make Moon Area High School better by making every student feel heard and valued. We can support each other's talents and passions, create unforgettable high school memories, and leave behind a legacy of positive change. I can't do this alone. I need your support. Vote for me as your next president, and together we'll make Moon Area High School the best it's ever been.